In 1902, an incredible discovery was made in Malta, a discovery which has been covered up for over a century. While digging down to create foundations for a new building construction, workers discovered something profound. It is best described as an ancient, buried sanctuary. Within this underground structure, numerous amazing discoveries have been made, including a room known as the Oracle Room, which if spoken in, reverberates the voice of the speaker throughout the huge complex. Within this room, along with others, many statues of human forms have been discovered. A sleeping woman in particular was found in the Oracle Room. All the statues are of larger form women. The reason for this is unknown, like the reasons for so many other things within this fascinating place. The structure is dated at well over 5,000 years old. In fact, it is the oldest known official dated structure ever discovered. It makes you wonder why it is not covered more publicly, and once revealed that 7,000 remains of possible aliens were discovered at this place and subsequently stolen and covered up, you begin to suspect sinister motives. Indeed, within this buried structure the remains of 7,000 beings were found, all with long skulls. What is interesting about these skulls, however, and what sets them apart, was that no evidence of cranial knitting or even past binding was discovered upon analysis, along with a long list of abnormalities that lent museum specialists towards the conclusion that these skulls were not human. Subsequently stolen, vanishing without trace. That is, however, apart from Dr. Anton Mifsud and his colleague Dr. Charles Savenventura, initial research studies recorded along with photographic and illustrative documentation. The abnormalities included, but were not limited to, the lack of a fossa, a lack of cranial knitting lines, abnormally developed temporal partitions, apparent drill holes and swollen occiputs, as if struggling with pressures. The largest group of all of these skulls all lack cranial knitting, and lack any evidence of skull binding or artificial elongation in any form. This is a rare similarity shared with skulls found in Egypt and South America. It is also unique within the world of pathology, were these skulls from an ancient alien race, living in a highly developed complex, ultimately killed by man and their remains stacked within the structure? Maybe they didn't taste very nice. The website Ancient Origin dug up this amazing excerpt from National Geographic. From an examination of the skeletons of the polished Stone Age, it appears that the early inhabitants of Malta were a race of long-skulled people of lower medium height, akin to the early people of Egypt, who spread westward along the north coast of Africa, whence some went to Malta and Sicily and others to Sardinia and Spain. That profound conclusion was made by National Geographic magazine January to June, 1920. Prior to 1985 the skulls were on display at the Archaeological Museum of Valletta. They were then taken down from public view and put into storage. They were never seen again. Apart from one newspaper that accomplished attaining permission to photograph the collection and cover the story, briefly after them being put into storage, all thanks to Robert Zamit, leader of the Maltese Tourist Board. This was over 30 years ago and nothing has been heard of them since. What exactly did these 7,000 skulls belong to? How did they build the Oracle Room? Were they an alien race? If not, why the cover-up? Why has more public coverage of one of the oldest known prehistory discoveries not been made? We are said to share genetics with Neanderthals and that something wiped them out. Many suspect we were the culprits of this extinction. Like so many other species that once dwelled on this earth, maybe these creatures came to the same untimely demise. But without the remains, we may never know.